it up if you're down for the Suns. Put a finger in the air, we number one. Phoenix. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the Valley, it ain't nothing but a thing. Phoenix. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the Valley, it ain't nothing but a thing.
Welcome, everybody, to the Aussie Suns Fans Podcast. We are up to Season 2, Episode 8. We are here with Hamo, Nate, and Boyd. Lads, we're back. We're still winning. It's what we do. Nate's got the hat on. How are we all going this week?
Sensational.
Fine and dandy. Fabulous. Let's roll straight into our game comments and our week wrap. So game comments-wise, 15 wins, 26 days. That's where we currently sit. We're on a 16-game win streak with a massive week of games coming up. But last week, San Antonio was the first game, win 115 to 111. Devin Booker, 23 points, 8 and 14 rebounds. Shamet, 5 assists. JaVale, 2 blocks. And Bridges and Crowder, 2 steals each. And lights going. Then we came up against the Cavs, 120, 115 win. Book, 35 points. McGee, 12 rebounds. CP3, 12 assists. New York, 118 to 97. Booker, 32 points, 8 and 13 rebounds. CP3, 14 assists. Bridges, 3 steals. Brooklyn, of course, magnificent game it was yesterday. Book, 30 points. McGee, 10 rebounds. CP3, 5 assists. And Mikal Bridges, 7 steals. Phenomenal. How did you see the week, Boyd?
Mate, just as I predicted. We beat all these teams, man. And I've got the last 16 or so right. It's unbelievable. It's been good. They all went as per plan. I thought we were going to get the Spurs, and despite Pop's brilliant coaching, he looked a bit frustrated there. And then, that Nets game. How good was it, guys? Like, that's the top of the East, and we just put it to them the whole game. The whole game, we just had it, mate. Front.
Well, apart from the last 6 minutes, when, like every other fucking game in this trip, the last 6 minutes we just went, fuck, that'll do.
No, but it got to within 5 or 6 at the closest, I think. But for the majority of the game, we had them 10 plus. Yeah. Yeah,
we picked them apart all game.
Yeah. So right. Guys, that's a week I will hang my hat on. I'm hanging it proud.
Oh, look out!
And now this week, let's re-hang it again, and let's sink into it.
And just off air before we joined, you had something else you wanted to say to us?
No,
I believe you were going to give us a handful of shit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you asked us whether or not we were embarrassed about being Suns fans.
Well, okay. Well, let's just talk about it then. You thought the Spurs were going to pick us apart, and how do you fucking feel about it? You were wrong.
Look, I'm really, really happy to be wrong. Again, though, that last 6 minutes, I think we just went, fuck, we've had enough for today, and they almost did it to us again. And Brooklyn almost fucking pinched it at the end when we, as you said, demolished it for the entire game.
Yeah, and how about you, Nate?
I'm actually on the bandwagon this week.
He predicted all 4 wins.
New York. How'd that game go for you, mate? Not like you would have wished?
No, I'm extremely impressed, man.
Well, that is the one that wasn't close at all.
What did you think of KD?
What do I think, KD? Like I put up in the chat, man, honestly, I think Booker had him worn out by midway through the third. He was chasing Book everywhere, man. He's a specimen, KD, whether you want to admit it or not. But he's
fucking something. That's all right.
Oh, yeah.
He's a specimen, all right. I've seen the photos going around of him fucking
scaling.
The snake's losing.
Yeah, that's a bit different. Yeah. But look, it was. I'm glad to be wrong. Like every week so far, I'm extremely glad to be wrong.
Look, I know you're both really, really pumped about being being wrong, what have he's fucking learnt about this? What have you guys learnt about
If
your
it
team,
ain't
the
broke,
Phoenix
don't
Suns?
fix it. We keep picking losses, you keep picking wins, we'll be eight.
All right, fuck it up.
Not going to be
I'll
happy.
sleep fine at night.
Not going to be happy with me this week either. Then
Before we move on from
MVP of the
KD,
week.
though, you
MVP.
can see that Nash ran out of ideas in the second half because he just
They had
didn't,
nothing.
he didn't play. KD was
Totally.
it. That's it.
Yeah.
Just kept
He
playing
was,
KD
mate.
the whole time.
It was right. How many minutes did he end up with? Has anyone got that?
I think he
Didn't get that
played
close to
like
them.
41 or something.
Fuck.
40 minutes. It's But so did Mikal Bridges. So basically, Mikal played every minute that Durant was on the floor.
Yeah.
And on a second night of a back-to-back, not bad, Mikal. Didn't even look tired. MVP of the week nominations. I've got 3 here. Someone else can throw something up, but honestly, I think it's only between 2 guys.
Should be unanimous.
I have Devin Booker, Chris Paul, and Mikal Bridges as the 3 nominations for MVP this week. I believe it's between 2 guys, but we'll see what everyone else thinks. Nate, I'll let you kick this one off.
Mate, I got booked for my splash. The MVP. We've been looking at what he's averaging now. He's like averaging 25 points over the streak. He's back to the dog that we've been waiting for, and he's doing it consistently. So I'm going to give
during the streak. He's like during this win streak, he's like 43 or 42% from 3.
He's killing it.
His
High percentage
his career
shots.
is, or even last year, he was like 34%. Like
He's
he
looking
has-
for open shots now. He's not like throwing up the hard defended the shots that he used to.
and
nothing else there.
and exactly what Boyd's been asking for. I think the last week he went to the level that we expect of Book. I mean,
He's gotten efficient, guys. He's gotten efficient where before it looked like everything was right. He just wasn't getting them dropped for him. Now it's like he's just got his eye in, man, and he's efficient. So
Getting respected too. Did you just watch the end of the Spurs game when Pop came over to the Suns bench?
Yeah, it was.
And he
great.
came and he gave Booker a hug, and then he gave Monty a hug. I thought that was classy.
Mm.
I mean, I'm still glad we whooped him, beat him, but it was classy.
I mean, he's jumped on. Obviously, coached Book in the Olympics, but it's really good to see. As you said, the respect part of it is starting to come in.
Well, we go back to what you were saying about Zach LaVine being, on the same level as Book, and the whole reason we said there was Pop knew best, and Pop came over and gave his kudos where it was due.
but we're doing MVP.
Doing
Hannah.
MVP,
Who you
yeah.
got?
My MVP, man, it's got to be Devin Booker. Got the one on tonight. Yeah, he's like over the last few games. Gav rattled off a few of them, man, but 23, 35, 32, 30. That was just his points over the last week.
He's had 120 points in his last 4 games.
That's incredible, man. He's, I don't know what's going to happen, man, but our team is just looking so strong at the moment, man, and I'm proud to be a fan and proud to witness it at the moment, especially the way Book's playing, because the last few games, man, before this week, we've talked about him possibly taking more of a backseat and more about the team win rather than his stats. But bang, out of nowhere.
That's a real good point, Hamo. And even in the last 3 games where he's had 30 in all 3 of those games, 30 plus in all 3 of those games, it was still all about the result, not about Book stats. When he got rolling, he took good shots, kept hitting the scoreboard, did all that sort of stuff. But when somebody else was hot, Book was more than happy to hand up.
And somehow it's working, man. Like the only person we're down drastically at the moment, as far as I can remember, is Kaminsky.
Abdul Nader.
Well, yeah, I don't think Booker and him are allowed to share the same court.
Nobody's seen him in the same room. I think Abdul Nader is actually his alter ego, where Book is a gun. Abdul Nader is completely shit.
It's like Book when he has a hangover.
Boyd, are you going to bring in the unanimous vote on this one, or is it going to be a chairman's call again?
No, I got Book as well, guys.
Alrighty, it's in.
I've
Yeah, right. And I'm not going to
got-
argue that one. Book.
yeah,
Book
good.
Yeah, Book.
You've got him beating
Go,
a submission there, Boyd.
Go, Boyd. Keep going.
No, I was just gonna just speak to that. That he's just shooting the 3 ball so well, and he's I said a couple of pods ago that he had no consistency in his shot, and it just didn't seem like he was. I don't know. He just wasn't getting the same. It just didn't look the same when he got to his usual spots, and he's great at creating space and getting to these spots. But it's something wasn't right. But now it's like everything's falling down, and it's just like the world is the way it should be. Booker's fucking killing it. His percentage is right up, and I can't believe they're leaving him so open so often on at the 3-point line. I suppose it's all credit to our overall gameplay, I guess. Where I suppose
We've been roped open him for weeks now.
Mate, we're getting him free. I mean, they're not. Yeah. Anyway, beautiful. Yeah, Booker.
Now, I'm not. I've probably had too much beer this week, but was it this week that Book hit the circus shot layup, or was that last week? Because either way, I don't think we gave it enough credit.
Who was that over? That was over fucking.
I reckon it might have been the last game of last week. What was the game before the Spurs?
Houston, wasn't it?
Nuggets.
It was against
Nuggets.
But oh my god, some of the shots this bloke is hitting at the moment, my god, like Devin Booker is just in vintage form, and it's just so good to watch.
Can I pose a quick question while we're talking about the best on court? Can we talk about the shittest on court?
Nader didn't play.
No, me and Boyd had a quick chat the other day about Ayton gonna own Brooklyn because all they've got downstairs is a grandpa, and I would like to say that Ayton officially shit the bed on that game. 10-6 against someone twice his age.
What's
going on there?
I was going to put something in the chat. DeAndre Ayton, in games where the opposition doesn't have a center that challenges him, generally puts up those numbers.
But he didn't even play any defense. Aldridge was hitting mid-range after mid-range after mid-range.
That's and it's strange, but that's. I think he's the type of guy that just needs to be motivated by his opponent. Like, I don't think we see the same sort of result in the games this week. Well, sorry, in 2 of the 3 games this week because of the challenge that will be in front of you.
Yeah, so I just on the DA thing,
Good call, though.
He's been a little bit. I don't know if it's just lazy or he's just been caught out a few
But
times.
he does that.
He's not officially. We're not allowed to call him a lazy so-and-so. He might take another week off.
No, look, and I don't even. I feel like it's slanderous. It's literally it's been a couple of games in a row where he hasn't had that same intensity, that rebounding intensity. He's just been waiting for it to come to him. He's not going after it, pretty much. So,
playing that against New York, he had 13 rebounds. Like,
yeah, look,
because the challenge was
he
there.
Can't get him in bunches.
It was Mitch Robertson. It was Nerlens Noel. It was Julius Randle.
Spike Lee.
He was good. Yeah. And
Officially
even in
the sixth
Brooklyn
man.
game, what do you have? 6 points in the Brooklyn game, or 8 points in the Brooklyn game?
Let's
10 points.
Let's try and
Spike
get
Lee, I
points.
wouldn't be surprised if he did.
But he did it. He did it all. He actually did all of his scoring in the moment that Brooklyn got a run on. DA went, fuck it, I'll just end this shit.
He got some really good switches on DeAndre Bembry. Is it Bembry?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
He got some really he did play well, but he scored really easy on him, right? Because of course he towers over the bloke, but there was opportunities there where, look, I reckon DA could have had 16, 18 points in that game if he had just got the ball when he had that mismatch and he just wasn't getting it.
But it's not only that. It's not only that he doesn't demand the ball in that situation.
He
Like,
doesn't.
if
But
you
I
put him up-
don't think he's in a real position. I reckon that's a really safe way for DeAndre to get along in this team. That backcourt they're fucking wolves, man. If he chirps up too much, they're gonna fucking. Can you imagine trying to go at Chris Paul or Devin Booker?
And I
They're
think
fucking out dogs.
I think if you look at a game like this, you look at a game like this. What Book had 16 in the first quarter. Fuck this,
Yeah.
right?
You got to pay your energy bill, bro.
Had 16 in the first quarter. Chris Paul did as he liked. Cam Johnson was hitting the scoreboard. Mikal Bridges didn't do as much from a scoring perspective, but was still active on the offensive end. DA just didn't need to get involved, so he didn't.
Yeah.
Just cruised.
And look, hey guys, on the flip side, if we had a guy like who's a real ball dominant, if we had a Joel Embiid,
yeah.
If we had him with our current backcourt and the way that they like to play a shared, distributed game amongst the whole team,
we wouldn't be winning these games.
No. I think we'd be having fucking Barneys in the locker room. There'd be fucking tantrums, and it just wouldn't work. And it just wouldn't.
You mean it might look like something like Philadelphia?
Something like
Philadelphia.
Exactly
like Philadelphia.
Hey,
Or like
maybe,
Los Angeles.
Maybe it's a good thing to have DA. He can really fucking turn it on when we need it, but he doesn't have to take that limelight away from us. Our superstar backcourt.
Agreed.
Well, needless to say, he's not going to go up for our defensive player of the week, and no one should even consider him.
It's
that's a segue, Gav. If you missed that,
yeah, I saw it. He's I've heard a little bit or read a little bit about the DA thing this week, and I'm glad you brought it up, Boyd, because reality is that this is a guy that will more than happily take a back seat, perhaps when he shouldn't. And it's probably cost him a contract, but he wants to see the results as well. So if the side's going well, he's more than happy to cruise. And I don't think we'll see that this week when we come up against the Warriors.
Better not.
Agree.
Defensive player of the week. This segment will be
over.
This segment will be really, really short and sharp. It is going to be really quite.
You say the name, we'll say unanimous. Just let's get that past.
Yeah, it's gonna be quick. We won't take too long. Mikal Bridges is the defensive player of the week, and nobody else is going to get involved. Nobody else is going to nominate anyone, because that man, if he is not right now an all defensive NBA player, I will fly to the US and burn some shit down.
There's a line for that at the moment, but
not only should he be all NBA defensive, he should absolutely be in the discussion for the defensive player of the year right now.
7 steals, man. You cannot argue with that.
5 by
6.5 times.
It's not even just the steals. It is his impact on the general game. James Harden.
He's an absolute just gun, man. He's a dog. He's all over anyone, whoever he's defending at the time. It's just incredible.
He made James Harden cry.
Well,
James Harden was crying in his Wheaties. It was fucking glorious.
he started to look a little bit chubby again too, James Harden. Might have just been me, but anyway.
Magnificent it was. No, I'll give you the chance. Anyone else got someone else to throw up?
no.
Mikal Bridges defensive player of the week. All right, we move into the week ahead. 3 games this week, guys. Wednesday, 2 p.m. against Golden State. Our time, of course, for our American fans tuning in.
Home game.
These are our times. 2 p.m. versus Golden State at home. 1 p.m. Friday against Detroit at home.
Get that up there.
And Saturday, 2 p.m. at Golden State. 3 games this week. How's our week going to look, Boyd? Just before the rest of us fuck it up for you.
So we got is it a back-to-back with Golden State?
No.
Yeah, Wednesday standalone, then Friday, Saturday. Friday, Detroit, Saturday, Golden State.
Friday, so that's a back-to-back. Okay. Well,
Off Detroit, though.
Funnily, I wasn't listening, mate. I was rubbing my eyes. Just making myself pretty, but I'm and it didn't work, did it? But I'm gonna for a change, I'm gonna give us 3 wins. Win. But look, I think that that one's going to be a close one against Golden State, and the other one's going to be 10+. So I'll give the first one a blowout, 10+, and the second one versus Golden State as 1-10. It's on the back. It's on the end of a back-to-back. And if any of you guys pick, Detroit, yeah, that's a W, easy.
Yeah.
With with our eyes closed.
We can already see the splash emojis from Ash.
At the end of this, if you guys pick fucking Detroit or Golden State in any of these games, can you please give us some fucking, like, how are they going to do it? Because we're at a point now, we're on a 16-0 run where we're fucking, why are we going to lose the game? How are we going to fucking falter? And I tried to get it out of you guys last week, and it's piss poor effort. How are they going to beat us? It's not how are we going to beat them.
I told you why I thought the Spurs would beat us.
Yeah, no, you said because it's just a feeling, because they always fucking get us.
They always beat us.
Good. You didn't tell me how they're going to do it.
With me. Anyway, Hamo?
I think to really fuck with Boyd, not because I want to, just because I am.
We're going to go 0-3. Just
no, look, we're going to lose one game to the Warriors. I think we will.
Which
the
one?
Warriors, I don't know.
Nah, pick one. Stop being a bitch. You sit on the fence.
No, I'm not. I'm just like, if we win the first one, then the Warriors come back and kick our ass in the second one. If we lose the first one, well, then we might, pull a sneaky over the Warriors in the second one. But yeah, I mean, we are definitely on an all-time kind of run right now. But the way that the Warriors are coming back as well, you've got to stand up and take notice of them. You've got to respect what they're doing, and you can't just easily say that it's going to be a sweep. You know what I mean? But Detroit, no one's worried about Detroit.
With all of us sitting here going, no one's worried about Detroit. We'll win 2 of 3, and the one we drop will be Detroit. Mate, what do you laugh?
Mate, how sweet is it to get the top of the East and the top of the West, one game after the other, and kick both their asses? So that's going to happen. Detroit, bring on the emojis, Ash. Splash, 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 splash. The Warriors game in San Fran is going to be the tough one. I still think I'm wearing the hat now. I'm on the bandwagon. Streaky. Let's keep going. I'm not going to bet against them now. I'm a believer. Woo, team. But that one's going to be tough. I think Boyd's right on that one. It's going to be close, and that's one that DA has to step up and own that fucking center position.
Okay, so the streak is now real. I don't think the side really...
Now real? You've got the 16 games before you called it real.
Let me explain what I mean. Fucking Jesus Christ. Lucky you're wearing a KJ top, I'll tell you. I could fly up there and slap you. The streak is real.
For 2 weeks.
The streak is real to the team. I think they were just rocking up every week and going, or every game and going, whoever we play today, our entire focus is just win today's game. Right now, the team actually wants to break this record. They want to achieve something, and they want to achieve something special, which they absolutely deserve to do. And the fun and exciting thing about the game coming up on Wednesday is this will be, I think, what do we call it now? The footprint center?
Yes.
The footprint center.
Well, other people call it that as well. Yeah.
The footprint center will go. The footprint center will go off this week. This is a playoff game coming up this week, basically because of the streak, and not only the streak, but their streak as well. They're playing well, the Warriors. So
let's be the reason that their streak ends.
I think that. My light.
You need to get a new set of electricity circuits for your room there.
I think that we will win game one. I don't think it'll be a blowout, but I think we'll win. And mainly because we'll probably be in front by 10 to 15 most of the game. And the last 6 minutes go, yeah, fuck it. We've had enough. And it'll get back to 6 and whatever else. But I think this team is really, really keen, not only to tie the record, but break it the following game against Detroit. Detroit will be, again, I'm going to jump in with everyone else. I think it'll be a cruise. I think we'll fairly comfortably carry that game out. The one in Golden State that's where I feel I'm kind of torn, because I think this team would like to have that round number of 20. And then probably just go, okay, we've achieved something great, which is 20 wins in a row. But I think that breaking the current franchise record may also be enough for them, in the sense that you go to Golden State, they are very, very good at home. And I think we'll drop that.
Boy, did you hear that? Did that hurt?
Yeah. Look, it is on the.
You asked for a reason, I gave you one.
It's on a. Well, I wanted to hear more about in game. How are they going to beat us in game? Not the fact that
not everything.
We're going to be fucking emotional about.
Not everything's not everything's about in game though. And if you want an in game thing, I think we beat them at home. Steph Curry will take that penalty and come out and fucking go ballistic.
Okay.
In San Francisco.
So I'm going to go out on a ledge and say, I think we get all three of these games if we play them back to back to back with no day break. We're fucking doing it, man. How deep are we? How good's our bench going? And look, I think
Nader will be back this week though.
Our size alone now. DA coming off a less consistent week. I think this is the type of game where he's gonna really, really stand up. I'm interested to see how this Warriors team. They're one of the highest passing teams in the comp. So they pass the ball a lot. And you look what fucking Mikal Bridges done in the passing lanes just fucking yesterday, man.
Well, the problem
he's on something.
The problem we're going to have there is, yes, Mikal in the passing lanes was fucking insane. If Mikal Bridges takes the primary responsibility on Steph Curry, it takes him out of the passing lanes.
To a certain extent, yeah, but I think he's not the only guy for us. Chris Paul got fucking, how many steals did he get doing the same thing that Mikal does?
He had 2 or 3 at least.
We've got 2. You know, the other game he got like fucking 6 or 7 as well. A couple of weeks ago. But they've both got that ability.
Season high 7.
They both see. They both predict what's coming so well, and they sniff them out. So I think, regardless of where Mikal is, Cameron Johnson as well. He's getting steals and getting out in transition. He's got a nose for it as well. We've got a really good team in that aspect.
I got to ask you a question, mate. From all this and the back to back to back, you weren't that girl in the hotel room during the bubble, were you?
Mate, I would not know what to. Mate,
gobble. That's it.
No. I would not know what to do with all them.
Do you mean Rachel Nichols?
Men. What?
No, do you mean Rachel Nichols?
Too soon.
Oh, did you miss this story?
Too soon.
That was back when Marquise Chris was playing. I think he was the ringleader, wasn't he? And Dragon Bender. Fucking hell. No, but guys, look, I just think we are going to these.
Let's be honest, I'd shag Dragon.
Dave King was saying that the Warriors have the highest hockey assist rate. Man, they're going to be flinging the ball around from side to side all game, and I think we are going to fucking take advantage of them in that aspect. So look for us to get out in transition. We're one of the best teams at doing that, I think. And this team passing a lot and just swinging it from side to side. We're just going to stiff them out, man. We're going to get them, and we're going to see some breakaway Cam Johnson dunks.
Gav, let me know
Just
if I'm
get it.
jumping on your toes here, but let's talk about the defensive effort. Like everyone, we always talk about Bridges being our best defender. We've spoke about tonight and put him on KD. We listen across the pods. They talk about, well, do you throw him at Curry? What are you guys' thoughts on him on Curry? I mean,
I don't think we need to throw him at Curry.
All right.
Why
I don't think. Look. I think we will, but if it means that he gets, if it means that he's going to be that more effective in picking him off in the lane, why couldn't you put someone like? Why can't CP3 do it?
At the moment,
why can't
Steph,
CP3 take on Curry?
at the moment, and it's always hard to say, but at the moment, Steph Curry's not getting picked off, mate. I'm sorry, but he is playing.
Look, I have not been watching.
He is the
I've
leading
been
candidate for
He
MVP.
is the best player in the world right now.
Hey, Gav,
Best shooter.
they haven't played the fucking Suns yet, mate. All right. So fucking just reserve that comment until after the game.
Okay, Nate.
Watch
The
his
Suns fans
space.
here, not fucking
To
worried.
answer your question, after
They're
Boyd
not
was
Steph
so
Curry,
rude to me,
fucking.
so
Listen to him.
Boyd was slightly discourteous to me lately. Honestly, I wouldn't play Mikal as the starting defender on Steph. I would throw. Well, CP3 is going to play on Jordan Poole. I'd actually probably throw Booker on him. See what
Quick, good length.
see what Book can do, but more that I think Golden State, and I don't know how much you guys have watched Golden State, but their ability to create a switch on a screen is very strong.
Mm.
So personally, I'd throw Mikal Bridges onto someone like a Draymond Green, so that when Draymond comes up to set those screens, which he does very, very well, the switch actually ends up with Mikal.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be beautiful, man. I want to see Draymond cry over Mikhail shutting him down.
Well, this is the thing. I don't. Well, Draymond's not he's not an offensive beast or an offensive player. His job is out there defensively, passing. Draymond doesn't score 20 points a game. So I'd like to see Mikal go to Draymond. When he sets that screen, all of a sudden Steph's got to deal with Mikal off that. Although, in saying that, Mikal is also our best player at getting around a screen.
Yeah, I don't like that one just because of if Draymond Green was more of an offensive player, I think Mikal's a little bit wasted on him. And with all the switching that the Golden State
You
Warriors
just spoke about passing lanes.
Yeah, I did. But I think doesn't that negate the fact that doesn't that negate him getting
No,
in them
because
passing lanes if he's
Draymond doesn't play a low
if
post.
he's running through screens all day long?
But
doesn't that just throw him
Draymond
off?
doesn't play a low post. It's
When
not
was the
like
last time
Draymond
you
is
spoke,
dragging
Hammer?
to a low post.
I think about 2 pods ago, it was a Tuesday.
Oh, you brought something up? Oh, good. I'll make sure you get your fair share, bro.
No, it's all right. I'm typing away here.
Honestly, though, I think they'll play. Who have they got? Otto Porter Jr. and is Kevon Looney still playing?
Well, they've got. I think Mikal will end up on Wiggins. Myself.
I mean, by natural positioning.
I actually
start
think.
there.
Look, I think when we see them go out defensively, Mikal will go to Curry, CP3 will go to Poole, and Mikal will go to Wiggins.
It'd be nice if we can.
Booker will go to Wiggins.
It'd be nice if we can just give someone a go on Curry just to see if they can do the job for the first 5 minutes or whatever, and then just play it by ear.
The challenge we're going to have is that Otto Porter Jr., Kevon Looney, whoever's playing that center role, like Draymond will play on Jay Crowder. Whoever's playing the center role will actually come up and set that pick and make sure that Steph is one-on-one with DeAndre Ayton. Because DA won't leave the three-point line. He won't.
Going to be
All right.
good couple of games to watch.
I'm looking forward to it, guys.
Yeah, righto.
So we have our predictions. Let's move into.
What's a yeah, righto?
I lost interest like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, you've got nothing, no opinion.
I asked a question. You all answered it.
He doesn't need an
it's the most
opinion. He's got an
exciting-
editing button.
Let's be honest. Right now, this game coming up is the most exciting game of the year,
Yeah, it's going to be really good.
and I have to work in the office, so fuck you, work. Let's move on. 60 seconds with me.
Yeah, I'm timing.
All right, here we go. Give me the count in, Nate.
Okay, you got 5 here. You got 4. 3. Crack that neck. 1. 60 seconds on.
Suns fans, we're obsessed with having the attention of the national media. We're obsessed with wanting our squad to get the respect they deserve. My thoughts? I couldn't give a rat's ass about the attention of a collective of soft, foldable, pathetic, shock jock media types that don't want to give our squad any credit. Honestly, I think our squad thrives on that shit. They love the fact that everyone keeps writing us off. Only one reason that could piss us off is the lack of coverage for awards. Our guys who deserve the chance to get paid by making all-star teams, all NBA teams, all defensive teams, etc., etc. Outside of that, who gives us stuff if you idiots want to keep underrating us? Who gives us stuff if people outside of our squad and fan base believe everything we've done is a fluke? Because last season, our squad had the best record on the road, the best record against winning teams, the best record against playoff teams, the best record against top 10 teams. And guess what? We're doing it all over again. So Suns fans, I encourage you, keep being loud and proud, beat your chest, enjoy the ride. But the best part of all of this is our chance to shove these opinions straight back up their stupid, smug faces when we win the Larry O'Brien Trophy at the end of this year.
Very nice, about minute and 40 there, mate. Well done.
Boyd, rebuttal.
Hemo, rebuttal first. I'll rebuttal the rebuttal.
I can't rebuttal that. That's rebuttalless. It's yeah, just yeah. He's 100% right, man.
You did
Can't
make a
argue.
nice point though. That has been like the PH and NX pod that Espo and Saul went on to.
Yeah.
Espo went on a rant on the latest one, and it actually, I'm walking down the street, my headphones on to go pick my car up, and literally pissed myself laughing walking down the street.
Oh, really?
He went on a full tear, and the second tear he went on was around exactly what you said. In the national media have no right to, by their voting, dictate the pay of these players in the future.
It's a load of
players.
shit.
Yeah, and you touched on it in your rant. That stood out to me. Yeah, good pickup.
No, very nicely done, Gav.
Boyd,
Yeah, so look, we shouldn't really care what they think, but it's always nice, isn't it? It's always nice. The more national media attention you get, the more televised games you get, the more exposure these guys' brands get, more shoe deals, the more fucking all-star nods. And you're right, the bigger contracts, the fucking the all NBA teams, the all defensive nods, the fucking
it's the
MVP,
bonus. It's a
defensive. Yeah, but also the Hall of Fame comes into this, guys. The Hall of Fame look at this shit.
Yeah.
When people are getting nominated for the Hall of Fame, it's like, oh, hang on, he hasn't got a single All NBA. Well, hang on, because you got these fucking 2-bit reporters who are fucking feeding their own narrative, dictating this for the last fucking 30 years. So it's whilst we can be proud and say we don't need your approval, we kind of do, in the sense that what's going to happen if Book I don't think it's going to happen, but there's going to be some sort of case where it's going to be like, fuck me, I want my name to be remembered. You know, the movie Troy, when fucking Brad Pitt, Achilles, is going on about will they remember your name, sort of thing. That means a lot to these guys.
It does, but titles make
titles,
your
yeah,
name
yeah,
remembered.
titles, but they're few and far between. All this stuff in between can really round out the way that a player's remembered, and it's got to start, coming into account when people are choosing where they're going. Eventually, you'd think.
Put it
So
this way.
whilst we should be proud and we shouldn't fucking really care about the national media, we fucking need it.
It matters.
And
it does matter.
we need it. We need our 20 game win streaks to fucking to start getting.
But
that.
we
So,
have this. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we've got the second most televised games of any team in the NBA this year.
This year,
correct? This year we do.
Which
So
is
it's not
why-
like we need the
And we-
attention.
hey,
it's
but
just.
why?
But you're right. It's
You wanna
about
know
sticking
why?
it up their ass because
Giggity.
it's not a fluke last year, and the bubble was just the spark in the fire that was getting us ready
I
to
read
the
something.
upper
I
echelon we
read
were
something
getting
the other
to.
day. What are we since the bubble? We're like 89 and 22.
Oh,
the
yeah. We're
We're a
like
lot
a
better.
68, 70% winning percentage since the bubble.
It's ridiculous. Our
Guys.
winning percentage is like number one in the NBA since the bubble.
The only reason we have so many televised games this season is because we made it to the actual finals. If we made the playoffs against all odds and we got knocked out in the first or second round, guess it, we got squat diddly again.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no doubt
We-
about that at all.
We have to do so much more than any other team to get the recognition, and it's a fucking pain in the ass. So yes, we're gonna fucking kick up a stink about it. And
Do you want me
Again,
to
I
say-
mean, you
want me
couldn't
to
just
upset
let
you,
Squat Diddley go and not swear 3 times after
do you
it.
want, do you want me to? Do you want me to
I did
upset
not.
you now? That's partially because of our owner.
Let's not turn
Huh?
down that street.
Partially because of our owner.
what's
The
partially
NBA
because
and
of our
national media do not like Robert Sala.
Well, I feel like
Do
this
they-
is a whole new topic here.
do they like Mark Cuban? Do they like
I do.
that fucking clown?
Mark Cuban is front and center on the Shark Tank, and
I'm just
all that
saying
shit.
he's had some bad raps recently. Some fucking
I'm not
like-
talking.
No, he got a
about-
new HR manager.
I
I
didn't
am not-
realise you
I
released
am
an
not
album.
talking about what has happened recently.
okay.
This goes back a long way further than that.
What about New York?
Well, fucking
Everyone hates
people are
their
a
owner.
basket case.
Everyone
But-
hates their own. I can't
Actually,
remember.
but
no
they
one
must-
spoke about their owner in 2 years, have they?
But their market is fucking huge. Let's be honest.
True.
The Knicks market is huge.
And our owner's way more rock star. He actually takes his shirt off and leaves
Yeah,
his jewelry
man.
on.
Right.
Wearing that
Ooh.
pimp
His
chain.
gold chains and fucking stuff
Yeah.
like that. Come on.
Star was way more rock star.
All right. So good. How did I go? 6 seconds. All right. That's good.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Good enough.
How'd we not good enough?
I
Thanks
said,
very
no, it's good enough. I, said, I was leading into what's next.
Multi.
Go
Hannah,
on.
talk to us.
All right. So we chose to go with the Nets game this week. We went for Booker for 6+ assists. He only got 4. We went for 8 and 10+ boards. He only got 6. Bridges 20+ PRA. Now Boyd or someone who's a lot smarter than me can help me out. If we've gone 20+ and he gets 20,
Yes,
that work?
That's a green tick.
all right, well, that's a green tick on that one. And we went for CP3 with 15+ points, and he got 22.
So we lost.
We lost. However, we like to go a little bit spicy. So I chucked $20 on that one because it was paying $20.49 with odds boost on Ladbrokes, of course. So yeah, now our kitty is well and truly gone. We are in the minus. We are definitely in the minus. But yeah, no, we'll continue to do what we do and gamble responsibly. And
All right,
obviously,
what are
we'll
we
only
looking
use
at?
Ladbrokes.
Good thing we do this for love.
What are we looking at this week, lads? I personally think we should roll out the number one major game
I think so too.
Wednesday against Golden State.
Yes.
1 leg each.
Man, I'm burnt on this. I text Boyd just before the game and we were having a bit of a back and forth, and he's like, I want a multi out of you. What is your multi? And I picked a real safe one, and I got burnt on 2 of the 3 legs. It was super safe. Aiton for 12+ boards, he gets 6. Booker for 25 points, he gets that. Paul for 8 assists, he gets 5. I was like, come on, that's a super safe multi. We got burnt on it.
Well, it was funny. My multi on the day, I missed out on 1 leg, but I
One league.
deliberately I deliberately left DeAndre Ayton out of the rebounds because it was the type of game he did not hit those rebounds.
And he did not hit those rebounds.
Yeah. But this type of game coming up, completely different story. So one league, what do you got?
One league. Sopranos
League.
reference.
One league. What do you got?
20. I'm going to stick with the book points thing. 25 plus on the books points.
Oh,
Got to throw that in. Yeah, 25 plus on the books thing. You got to throw that in.
All right, Boyd.
I've got DA 10 plus rebounds in a bounce back game.
Lovely. I will go CP3, 2+ steals.
Ooh, yes. Chuck it up the 4.
Mate?
CP3 for 4+ steals, you reckon?
2.
Oh no, man, it's not my leg. It's Gav's. I'm just being.
I was
2+.
going to have
I'm gonna keep it clean. 2+.
I was going to have Bridges for 3 steals, but I'll take that out. And I reckon we go with Cam Johnson for 2+ threes.
Like
I
it.
like it.
How good is that guy shooting?
Dude, he's doing everything right at the moment, eh?
Well,
That kid is just on
It's been
fire.
a slow progression back to get there. Let's not
No,
give him too much credit.
Absolutely. And
Hey,
he's
give him
still a
Credit where
perfect
credit's due, Nate.
he's still a
Credit where
Yeah,
perfect
credit's due.
he's done the
player.
work.
Still a perfect player off the bench.
There you go. Spot on, Gav.
When's he taking Crowder's spot?
Well,
He signs a new contract.
we'll talk about that in a sec.
Well,
Right.
what do you
So
got there, Gav?
we have Cam Johnson 2 threes. We have Book over 25 points. We have DeAndre. No, what was your call, Boyd?
Yeah, 10,
DA
10 plus
10
rebounds.
10 plus. And Chris Paul for 2+ steals. Everyone happy?
Yep.
Happy.
Lovely. All right. Let's
Put it
move
on with that
to-
imaginary money pool we've got there.
Let's. Well, that's what happened to me last year. Welcome to reality, mate. Last
I
year
wasn't complaining, bro.
cost me about $350.
That all.
Let's move on to our favorite part of the evening, topical Suns. Number 1, bench Suns. Now, I put this in mainly for Boyd, but
You didn't tell me.
let's have a go. Bench Suns, how do you see our rotations as they sit and any potential changes? Boyd.
I'll leave it as is for now, guys. I still have a pipe dream of Cam eventually, if it's all harmonious, taking that number 4 spot. But at the moment, leave Alfred where he is. Leave Nader off. Actually, leave Nader off. When Kaminsky comes back, he can start working back into the fold.
I actually did hear something about Frank today, which I'll jump in there.
Yeah, what do you hear?
He has a stress fracture in the knee.
Yeah.
He's lucky to come back this year.
Isn't it slightly different? Isn't it like a reactionary?
No, I've heard the same thing, man. It's
actually is
every
a stress
chance he'll be
fracture.
out for the year.
Long term,
Yeah.
gonna take.
Oh, it's a similar injury,
long
but it's
time,
still
yeah.
going to be possibly the whole season.
Yeah, look, have you guys got any issues with McGee? Just
Nope.
McGee and Ayton just fucking splitting it up?
Absolutely.
Why didn't
Not
we
at all.
sign
Yep.
Boogie Cousins?
They are
fucking
playing
phenomenal.
fine. Yeah, so look, I'm happy with it. It's not fucking broke. Don't fix it. Don't change it up too much. If we get a massive lead leading into the 4th, just do what we're doing. We just chuck the fucking back of the bench in and just let them force their way in, if anything. At the moment, just leave it where it is.
Mind you, it was great to see some more Ish Wainwright minutes this week. I love Ish. Nate,
I'm with Boyd. Yeah, why the F would you change anything? We're on a 16-win streak and Nader's out of the picture. I love it.
Hamo.
Look, man, it's going to be an easy one, this one. I think our rotations have been perfect. I don't see the need to change anything unless it comes to a point where our opponents start to recognise what we're doing, and then we just adapt like we've been doing lately.
Honestly,
anyway.
I think our opponents are absolutely trying to pick our offense apart.
They've got
But
NFI.
even when Chris Paul makes those calls, they cannot stop it. The rip through is the greatest move of all time, and they can all see it coming.
And whatever he doesn't work, he's just like, oh well, I'll just take 2 steps and drop it in from the elbow. Oh well.
Actually, if we're talking about potential changes, if DA doesn't get up Boyd for his 10+ rebounds against the Warriors,
You're not. No.
how we feel about McGee starting against Detroit?
No,
There's a potential change to slap some sense into him.
no.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. I'm not a fan of. Look, if it's it all depends on the relationship that Monty has with DA. I think sometimes just shaking it up a bit and a bit of a wake up call for a player sometimes is okay, but you need that special kind of relationship to pull it off and not fucking have it backfire. So I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it.
There is absolutely no fucking reason to do that. None.
It'd be funny though.
I'm all for it.
Let's start fucking Nader at 10 then. Fucking hell.
No, but we agree that McGee's actually good. There's a difference.
He's so good.
Nader shouldn't even be the ball boy. Like
JaVale McGee is doing what Cam Johnson is doing as a backup power forward. He is doing what he needs to do in his minutes.
every chance you get.
Jeez.
Do not ever consider that again.
He's playing like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That fucking skyhook. Yeah, it's pretty, is it?
Our rotation is spot on right now. Honestly, though, I believe that we are playing playoff type rotation minutes. Monty is because of the streak. We would see something completely different if we weren't on a win streak.
It's not exactly a hot take there, Gav.
Well, no one else brought it up, so it kind of is. 3 of you had a chance to do it, and none of you did fuck all.
Can't argue with that.
Who do you think's getting? I mean, in the close games, yeah, I can see him tightening things up a bit. But who do you think's the biggest victim here? Out of tightening up.
Kendall Jenner.
Fucking there you go, man. That's a good one.
And
Welcome
we
back.
should end the pod.
See you
right
later.
Costanza sign off.
Honestly, Boyd, campaign.
Hang on. No,
Campaign, the way he's playing, should probably be playing more minutes. But due to the streak, I think he is missing minutes.
I thought you were talking about the second tier of. I thought you were talking about the Alfred Paytons not getting minutes.
No,
the,
you said, no,
the sticks. No. I'm talking.
I don't care about them.
Okay.
They're end of the bench shit. It's when it comes to how many minutes people are playing for game 20 of the season, which, let's be honest, that's where we're at. Forget the streak and everything else. We've played 20 games this year. We are playing guys like our starters are playing far more minutes than what they probably would be if we weren't on a 16-game winning streak.
I don't have any minutes per game to sort of look at, but no, I feel like no, I don't think they are, mate.
But for this time of year,
we're still if we're blowing a team out, we sat our guys.
You're not in a hotel room now, okay? Calm down.
We sat them in the fourth. We sat fucking on before that back to back.
Settle down, Dwight. You can come in a minute.
Oh.
No, I don't think it's to the extreme you're saying, Gav. I think
I don't think it's ridiculous.
I think it's still just mostly in the really close games. But yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'll look into it. I'll shut up.
All right. Next topic, RESPECT.
Yep.
Sort of
Find out
comes
what it
off.
means to us. Or what?
This is off the back of my 60 seconds, and I probably stole most of it, so this should go fairly quickly. We're
We
not
know you
getting
do.
we're not getting the respect we deserve.
Good.
You go back to Stephen A. Smith, the Low podcast, all that sort of stuff. Everyone, they're all sort of sitting there saying the Suns are meh. Guys,
For everyone listening at home that's already listened to the PHNX podcast today, Gav hasn't. This is purely coincidental.
did they do this?
Specifically, shat all over Stephen A. Smith.
I'm leaving.
Sorry to do it to you, Gav. Great minds think alike, I think is what Boyd said earlier.
I keep thinking I'm so fucking clever. Fucking hell. Anyway,
I think you
Keep making your awesome point. Sorry to interrupt. That was for the people at home.
go.
No, I think you're clever, Gav. I think you're doing very well. But
Apparently,
look, let's
people are
just.
fucking
I reckon we
clever
just
before
shift
me.
straight in to like a topical Suns kind of thing. I got like 1, 2 that are Suns related and a shitload that aren't. But however,
Well, why didn't you send them through when I asked?
because I was doing it as we were doing this, I was thinking of them.
Fucking hell.
Hey, Gav, in
Um,
case you're wondering, Gav, Saul said that on the next PHNX podcast, they're going to actually play the clip where Stephen A. Smith talks down about the Suns. So,
Good.
give it a
And
listen.
then hopefully
Are they
they're going to
also-
play this clip where you're
They
trying to
should send me the
impersonate
fucking
him,
message.
impersonating
They
Stephen
should
A. Smith.
send. They should send that bitch a message and challenge the fuck out of him.
Oh, look out. It's going to be a
should re-
side-by-side
should
fight
retract.
tag team. Me and
He's one
Gav
of-
versus Ben Simmons and
He
Stephen A.
is one of those soft ass fucking people that I was talking about in the 60 seconds. I could get on ESPN and yell and scream about how fucking awesome I am and fucking wanker.
What does he
Shut
get,
up.
like 10 million a fucking year to do it?
Shut the fuck up, Stephen A. Smith.
All right, topical Suns. I want to shout out to CP3. 20,000
Sure he's listening.
points, 10,000 assists, 5,000 rebounds. Point God. Point God. That just needs to be recognised.
First to do it.
First to do it. Yeah, it was only
And
a week or two ago
this
that
guy, this guy's only been with us for like just over 12 months.
Oh, yeah. But it was only like 2 weeks ago that he made the 20,000, 10,000 club. And now he's chucked on the 5,000 assists as well. And it's just, it's insane, man.
10,000
We're
assists.
so
I
lucky
understand.
to be watching it. But, you know, for anyone who was actually watching the Nets game, and, you know, I watch it on League Pass. So I don't know if they showed it on the ESPN or the Fox network or anything. But during the Nets game, one of the development coaches or player assistant coaches or something like that sitting on the bench helping the Nets was Amari Stoudemire. And that just made me just a little bit sad because I thought, man, it'd be so cool if we had him sitting, or not sitting, but over, you know, in Phoenix helping us out. But then, you know, everything that happened when he wanted to retire and, you know, from what I understand, we basically refused to. We just said, no, thanks. We're not interested in signing you for a game so you can retire as a Sun. And then he went and signed one-day contract with the Knicks and got retired with them. But it'd be really cool, I reckon, to have Amari around like some of our younger guys. You know, it just I don't know. It kind of sucked a bit to see him sitting there on the Nets bench.
The bloke saw himself as a Nick.
Yeah, he said that he wanted to retire in Phoenix.
Let's go back to 7 seconds or less. Amari Stoudemire had a fucking sook and threw his toys out the cod because he
Half
wasn't
that team had a sook. Marion had a sook.
They didn't see them. They didn't believe that they were important enough. Reality is, this is where our side right now is so much better. These guys don't have egos like the 7 seconds or less team.
Not so much about the ego, just the you know, I've always said one of the main people I'd love to be able to help come in and teach GA a few things would be Hakeem Olajuwon, and we have no connection to Hakeem in a nice sense whatsoever at all.
What are you talking about? Yes, we do. Kevin Johnson dunked on his head.
I mean, look, I don't
That
know
was
if
nice.
anyone's seen the photos and the reports today too, but Shaq's getting back in shape. It's the first time he's had a six-pack in like 30 years.
Rounds of shape.
He's not coming back to, teach DA anything new, but it'd just be nice to have someone. I don't know. It hurt me a bit to see Amari sitting there on the bench, and it's like, man.
I think you're underselling the impact that Mark Davis has had on our centers.
Very
and
much
Chris
so.
Paul is the perfect height to flick down the nuts when he's not behaving.
Yeah. But Amari gets way too much credit for look, Amari was great in Phoenix, but he gets way too much credit for what he did in Phoenix. Because honestly, he was a toy chucker. He sat in his cot and threw his toys out.
I think that's we could do a whole podcast on this, guys.
Yeah, Topical Sons has just turned into.
I'm not going to jump into that.
We've just cracked the hour too. We've still got an opportunity to make this the shortest pod ever.
All right, let's do it.
What else you got, Hammer? I know you want to talk about Dwight.
No, that's just Boogie. I don't know. I might hold on to that one, but no. Look, two things outside of the Suns, real quickly. Gav spoiled it. Boogie Cousins signed him with the Bucks for a year. You're a fucking bitch, and no one likes you, and you just fuck off and die and need a dick somewhere.
Now, Hammer, I love your meltdowns.
We've been due on a while.
You're wrong here.
They build.
You're wrong here. Do you want to know why? Do you want to know why he's signing with the Bucks?
As he opens a six-pack.
Because it's easy?
No. Because Brook Lopez's injury is far worse than what they thought. The Bucks wouldn't sign him otherwise.
No one would sign.
It goes to show what isn't available at the moment as a replacement backup big.
Yeah, what's available?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Either way, I would not trust Boogie to sweep a warehouse floor and do his job properly. Okay? You talk about sooks, you talk about toy chuckers, you talk about all that.
Oh,
I just do not like this guy. I have not from day one. I just think he's an absolute skirt. Chases teams wherever he doesn't care about his reputation. You know,
how many teams he's just like, who's number one at the moment? Go sign a contract. Well, he's up to this is the third team that was the best in the league or close to at the time he signed a contract with them.
Yeah, and leading perfectly into.
But
I don't
think the Bucks would have signed him if it wasn't for the Lopez thing.
No, you're probably right.
No, I don't think Nate's mob, the Bullets, would have signed him.
I hope not.
But leading into other cocksucking wankers in the NBA right now.
Tell us, Boyd.
Suck shit, LeBron. You got chucked out of a game. You did a dirty shot and you absolutely nailed someone. Sure enough, it looked like you felt bad afterwards, but you knew exactly what you were doing, mate. I'm sorry, everyone's going to probably argue with me different points, but nah, fuck you. You're done.
You're not going to get any LeBron love here. Gav, I just messaged you yesterday that Insta post where LeBron hit that one shot. He hit one big three, and he's just like, that's it, I'm going to tell the whole world. He marched, and he puffed, and then all the still frames all looked like he was trying to pass his bench.
did the Sam Cassell, I've got big balls. Yeah.
I'm going to pat your bum, and I'm going to talk this close to your lips.
It's very hard on a week like this, man, where the Suns are on 16-0. The Lakers are falling apart. You know, no one has been able to stop us so far.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Unpopular opinion. Yes, I agree with what you just said, Hamo. The Lakers are falling apart.
Oh, Lakers.
How good has Russell Westbrook been, though?
How happy has he looked?
He's tits.
He looks friggin' miserable.
He's carrying that team, though.
Oh mate, he's
Where's he fucking
killing it.
carrying him to?
Well, clearly,
Play-in tournament.
Hades.
He's not carrying them. He played so bad for so fucking long, and he has 3 games where they're not fucking 15th man on the roster type fucking performances, and he's fucking everyone loves him again. He's no good, mate. He's a flaming no
he's
fucking
playing
good.
well. Boy, he's playing well.
Hey, you play fantasy, Gav. I noticed today that you go and you look at all who's been
personal,
added
isn't
the
it?
most, and Malik Monk's got the most ads next to him because he's been playing like 41 minutes a game in LA, and then he gets like 4,000 ads, and the next game he hits like 4 points.
Yeah.
That's it. Flamed out.
He's fucking
It's the
terrible.
Kelly Oubre syndrome.
Got any more, Hamo?
No, I think that's
Hey,
about
done.
rant
All right,
over for the
mate.
week.
No, I'm done. Everything I'd written down we spoke about. Bold.
Boyd,
Nothing.
Nothing. I love it.
Nothing.
Nothing. It's
That
been a
was
good
easy.
week. It's been a good week all around, guys.
Actually, in a little bit of, let's call this a meeting. Let's call this the general business section.
yeah.
We're going to throw in any like 5 minutes of NBL basketball talk once the season starts later this week, or
No, not at
no?
all.
No one gives a shit about our teams over here. All right, I'll just keep my Brisbane
I
Bulls.
know.
to
No,
myself.
no, that's fine.
Oh, can we talk about the? In that case, can we talk about the
I've
Sydney
changed-
Roosters getting
I've
getting?
changed, I've changed teams. I'm on the Tassie Jack Jumpers.
I'll message you, Nate. We'll have something else
There we
going
go.
on about
All
that.
right.
No,
No Idiverse. We spent an hour and 30
Mate,
minutes
what
just
have
talking
we-
about the
what have we
Suns. I
got?
don't need to add to it.
let's be honest. NBL wise, we're now everybody's paying attention. We've had LaMelo, we've had Josh Giddey. Now everybody wants to recruit NBL players. What do we got?
Illawarra Hawks, baby.
So you've got a fan. I'm Bullets guy. I mean, we've got a 7'6" guy from China because
I saw him.
we don't
Yeah.
care.
What
That's
they
it.
call him.
Well, that fucking fell flat on its face. Thanks,
Yep.
Nate.
And sensibly, we will not be talking about that again.
All right, guys. Thank you once again for joining us. Great show. Always have a ball with you guys. We will look at some alternate options maybe over the next couple of weeks, especially for the 60 seconds. But yeah, thanks, guys.
Fantastic.
Always
week.
a pleasure, Gav.
Let's go 20-0.
Jeez. Why
that
not?
that would take us past the next pod, but yeah.
It would. 19.
It would.
19 and
19 and 0.
No, 19.
All right.
Thanks, everyone. Well, like, follow, subscribe, share, get everyone involved. Start to enjoy it. This has been the Aussie Suns Fans podcast. We need your support. Jump on board. Do everything you need to do. And we'll see you next Monday. When Boyd and Nate say we're 19 and 0.
And we still have no souls.
See you guys. See you next week.
See you guys.